Greetings, unconditional love and light to you. Welcome here to this channel. Today's reading is going to be us pulling on unconditional love's highest vibrational message of wisdom and guidance that is pertinent to you at this time, right now. Yeah. So what we have here is death. Santa Muerte. This is a positive energy. However, it might feel more complicated physically. You might be experiencing it in many fashions, many shades of the spectrum. However, why I say it's positive is because there is an old, unfitting, untrue, unhealed version of you that you are cracking out of and molting out of and throwing away. You're breaking away, you're molting yourself away from it. And that process can feel really uncomfortable, both metaphysically as you're experiencing it, as well as physically as someone connected to you, or possibly you may be experiencing it, or as many animals do. As you know, certain animals molt and shed their skin, and it can be quite a tender process for you. So you could be feeling very tender. You might not have the words for that, but you're feeling vulnerable and as though you don't have the words, but you're also feeling, and this is another reason why it's positive, is you're feeling expectant. Like you are aware, you feel something new coming in, something positive. Even in this card here, this death energy, she's pregnant and she overlooks a crib, an empty crib. And she has her hands together like she's praying. And today it looks like she's hopeful. So that's the complex energy you're experiencing, tender energy you're in, the hermit. It's the energy of just being to yourself at this time. You're looking within. You're processing a lot of information, a lot of energy. You're looking within in order to hold your light, actually. You're not spending much time, possibly on a regular basis. You might, open your phone, check for things. Maybe you consume content, but you're finding yourself right now on a total pause, like a total hiatus of consumption, just because your energy is so sensitive and so tender, and your soul and body are calling to you so strongly that you need to go within and hold your light. It's like a very innocent part of you here, a very pure part of you. There's a lot of inner child energy that's circling around this reading, or just underlying this reading. So it feels like your inner child is like, it just experienced a situation that was that didn't breed much positive energy for your inner child. And now in this process of you becoming expectant of such positive energy in your life, you're molting out of that version of you that existed in that negativity, existed in the darkness, in the pain. The Three of Swords, in the pain. So much pain. That's what you're taking that apart. You're taking it out of you. And Yeah, it can be an uncomfortable process, but it's also balanced with a lot of positivity. Wow, the Empress. The Empress. Beauty, captivation. For some of you, this could be motherhood. This is full creatorhood. This is maturing in your belief in your self, maturing in your value of yourself, your inner value. It's reflecting on you, by the way. I'm getting the sense that you're looking very beautiful right now. No matter how you're feeling through this death process, you're looking very beautiful to others and possibly even to yourself, which you should. The Chariot, forward movement. This is being undeterred in your faith, unshaken in your faith. No matter what the situation is that triggered this death process and the need to remove these swords from your inner child, you haven't lost your faith in unconditional love, in the creator love, the one heart. You haven't lost faith in yourself as the creator, yourself as love. Here we have the Five of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. This is the energy of that emotional inner child. It seems like there was your inner child, it seems, just experienced a lot of sadness for what it felt like. It didn't understand why it had to experience so much sadness, but it felt very sad, your inner child. Always grieving, an energy of self-doubt, indecision, anxiety. You could have had a serious anxiety disorder and a depressive streak in your past, in your in your growth, in your history. With the Five of Swords, total mental conflict, being totally distracted by and overrun by the inner conflicts, the doubts of the mind, the conversation of the mind. This is what your inner child was fraught with, or wrought with, overwrought with. Worry, doubt, sadness, anxiety, paralysis, conflict. And this is what you're powering through. The Chariot again. I'd like to say through this death process, you're somehow balancing the energy of the Hermit with the energy of the Chariot. So that means you're going within and you're also pushing forward. You're not being, your courage isn't wavering. In fact, it might be kicking up, and the Hermit is really there to balance that out for you so that you can, in a healthy way, undergo this rebirth process. Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, let's go a little out of time. what you're moving towards is the Ten of Pentacles here, which is something that you're seeing as an elevation in your lifestyle. You're seeing it as your ideal lifestyle. You're seeing it as a beautiful, stable reality that is divinely abundant. And the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords. Very interesting. And then Death, the Fool. Okay. Okay. There's someone who you're connected with, who you are or were connected with, who could be a part of this situation that triggered this rebirth process to you. So this person that you're connected with, there's a way that you and them are connecting that causes you to restrict your energy, that causes you to resist your power. It causes you to resist the full force of your creative energy, your ability. The Ace of Wands is coming through with a very strong and wide definition here. And it just discouraged you, like this relationship, the way that it was, it discouraged you from following your heart, from being confident in your heart, and from seeing the beauty in the things that you created from your heart. No matter how the relationship seemed on the physical, I'm getting the energetics, the way that the energy in the relationship flowed was restrictive for you with the Eight of Swords and the Devil. It was grounding in a not positive way, in a negative way. Yes. That's a part of what is being transformed out of. So you're transforming this out of your body right now. That means that you could be experiencing some bodily pains, some aches. You could be feeling maybe some weakness. Of course, be sure if you're experiencing symptoms to speak to your trusted medical professional. But yeah, there's a rebirth in your energy. The Death and the Ace of Wands. So this Ace of Wands energy that before you possibly felt forced to block off, you are now igniting it. You're reigniting it and leaping into a deeper state in your intuition. So you're going off the deep end into a further part of your spiritual journey. There's going to be a lot of healing from here on out, but you're going to be healing from a higher place. It's like before you possibly felt like you had to heal right in the same energy where the wound was created. And that's what's changing. You're molting. So you're going to be healing from a much more tender place, a more healed place. Wow. So that is your energy. And I'm guessing that's why you called on this reading as well. So let's go straight to the wisdom and the guidance. Unconditional love's wisdom and guidance. Highest vibrational for you at this time. Justice. Balancing of energies. A great balancing. That's what I heard. The moon. I heard things that are done in the dark coming to the light. Things that are done in the dark come to the light. A great balancing. Things that are done in the dark come to the light. Justice again. Justice, the moon, and justice. Wow. You guys, something was seriously out of balance before. And with this whole something done in the dark coming to the light thing, there's, first of all, obviously that there's a wide array of possibilities, and for every situation, a different scenario could be occurring. But this moon energy, it's reaching in, it's talking about what beasts have you been feeding? And it's not just asking you, it's asking everyone involved in this reading, everyone connected to you. What beasts have you been feeding throughout Divine Feminine season? What have you been sowing in your heart? What have you been weeding out? What's been going on? What have you been manufacturing and manifesting in your energy? There's a massive balancing happening. Karmic justice is really happening, and it feels like this death process that you're undergoing, it's pulling you away from a situation where certain factors are taking over that you don't need to be affected by. Judgment. Whoa. You guys, can you feel this? I'm like, can you feel the energy right now? Like, this is massive. The divine rebalancing, the justice existing on both sides of the moon, and then judgment, the Six of Cups. Judgment, Six of Cups representing the place where your inner child existed. That inner child that experienced that doubt, the pain, the fear, anxiety. Judgment is taking hold of that situation. Excuse me, that's like from upstairs. That's not me. Judgment is taking hold of that situation. Oh my gosh, you had so much anxiety and fear built inside of you about every little thing that happened when you were a child. I can get, like, even noises. And you're just in a situation now where you're free to heal and you're safe to heal. And everyone who was in that situation with you, they still have a lot of karmic clearing to do. They still have a lot of rebalancing and balancing to do, replanting and planting to do in order to manifest themselves out of that situation that they're in. But judgment is coming in, and I'm getting, just for some of you, I feel like there was just some negative intentions involved, and that's why it's feeling so duh. For many of you, it doesn't have to be that there were negative intentions involved, but there was a lot of negativity, and all of that has to be balanced. It's the Six of Pentacles. If there were ever a card other than justice to talk about balancing, it would be the Six of Pentacles. Look at the, as I'm saying, even the scale. He's holding a scale. So the way that you gave your energy and you gave your wisdom. You gave a lot of spiritual wisdom. You brought a lot of peace. I'm hearing you were a mediator. And you brought balance. You tried to bring a balance to that situation, but you were doing it in such a way that eventually, obviously, you had to come away from that because you're one person, so you had to leave it to the divine. And now the divine is bringing a massive balance into that situation. while you were being that person for them, while you were being that mediator, the mentor, the offerer of wisdom, you were having your energy blocked off. You were having your passion blocked off, your creativity, your zest for life. It was feeling blocked off. Your desire to follow your heart, your interest in having interests. This goes deep and it goes way back. And you're a giver. So spirit is not balancing things out for you. This is massive. Like, I literally asked for wisdom and guidance. And they just said, don't even worry about it. Because the wisdom and guidance is not even to give. No, sir. It's just to continue what you're doing, going through your Santa Muerte process, your death process, going through your rebirth, being the hermit, being the chariot. Allow spirit to take hold of this. This feels like ancestors. But it feels like it's like ancestors, but I'm getting a lot of like goddess energy, so not necessarily ancestors. So like the goddesses who can use, their own means. We're not gonna get into that today. Get into the discussions, mostly because I'm not that versed in that. So let's definitely make sure that we pull a crystal wisdom healing oracle card today. Loves, unconditional loves, highest vibrational wisdom and guidance for you today. Yes, my eyes are closed, so I didn't see this card on the split, so I'll just take that as it is. And this is number 27, Golden Healer, Ultimate Healing. Golden healers are imbued with powerful, transformative healing energies. They are a catalyst for profound spiritual activation. Understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bound by 5 senses, expanded by a 6th, metaphysics. But this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-locale, everywhere and nowhere at once, where there is no time. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul, rather than your ego, to be your guide. Recognize your potential to be an amazing healer. Your abilities needed honing, and those who heal are souls scoured to develop empathy. Much in your life needs transforming. Surrender willingly to the process. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. Encourage them to let go. You may be asked to transform your environment or take on a challenging task. Do so with grace and ease. Healing flows through you. It is a process, not something you do. Wow. Like, I hope you guys really like listen through to the end of these crystal or wisdom healing oracles, because the way that they connect with the reading is just so potent and lovely. And I'm really hoping you're gaining the sealed in wisdom that's coming through. And we've had this card before. The card underneath the deck, it's number 3, Mukite Jasper, the Dream Time. Mukite Jasper balances inner and outer experiences. It encourages versatility and openness to new experiences, helping you to choose the right path. Oh. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of water. A powerful being, you have roots that go far back into the past. What you dreamed, you created. reap rewards, or rectify imbalances. Turn failure into a learning experience and start again. Remember to offer friendship to assist others who tread the same path. Your instinctive wisdom inspires them. Check your diet. Put your skills to use vigorously. Adventurous times lie ahead. Worry not. You are protected against deceit and enemies. Recognize your strengths. Stay positive and pragmatic. Reject unrealistic ideas. Avoid pride and despair. You have stamina. Wait patiently. If two courses of action are open, go for the straightforward one. A professional challenge, such as a job interview or presentation, is successful. You are what you eat. Good nutrition with wholesome organic foods sustains your well-being. Drawing on ancestral wisdom. I just felt guided to mention also the crystal that came out underneath that one is number 33, which is rhodosite, also called mighty power. And I'll only read a little bit. Karmic imprints from your past lives or emotional wounds from earlier in your present may be creating a state of psychosomatic dis-ease. Your own negative or compulsive thought patterns also play a part, as can those of other people directed towards you. Check out the harmony or lack of it in your environment. Earth energies may be disrupting your well-being. The ground around your workplace and home may need healing and stabilizing by planting suitable crystals in the earth. Living in a healthy, stable environment creates a stable physical body. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So with the justice energy here too coming in twice, it's really like interesting. Some of you could be really presented with a choice here. Again, with the moon, what path do you take? And I always say that with this moon because of those two. I don't always say it, but today it's coming up. These two dogs or wolves. Which path do you take? What choice do you make? Something's coming up. I look forward to looking more into this energy. Yeah, I might do so tonight. Let's see how the energy goes. I always do what I'm guided to, what I feel guided to. Or I always try to do what I feel guided to. Anyway, if you've been listening up to this point, thank you so much for connecting here in this reading. I'm wishing you a lot of strength and love throughout this death process of yours. I look forward to us connecting again in the next reading. So continue to take great care of yourself and happy aligning.